Here are 7 realistic passive income ideas that actually work. No fake make money while you sleep by tomorrow stuff, and no recycled list where every idea is just dropshipping, affiliate marketing, real estate, or YouTube automation. They are basically second jobs with better branding. So in this video, we're keeping it realistic. These are the ideas that still have leverage right now, especially with AI making it easier to research, create, automate, and build faster. Not zero work, but real ideas that can compound over time. I'm Erin from Side Hustle Mastery. Let's get into it. Before we get into the ideas, let's get clear on what passive income actually means. Because passive income doesn't mean you do nothing, at least not in the beginning. It usually means you build an asset, a system, or an investment that can keep earning after the original work is done. And that is the part we care about. And this is where AI changes the game a little bit. AI can help you research faster, write faster, design faster, edit faster, and automate more of the boring parts. But it does not replace strategy. It just helps you build faster if you actually know what you are building. The first idea is a newsletter business. And this is one of the most realistic, low capital passive income ideas because you don't need inventory, a warehouse, or a huge team. You build an email list around a specific topic, send useful content consistently, and monetize through sponsorships, affiliate links, paid subscriptions, or your own products. The reason this still works is because social media is unpredictable. One day your post gets views, the next day the algorithm acts like it's never met you before. But an email list is different. It's an audience you can reach directly. So the key is to pick a specific audience. A better angle would be something like AI tools for real estate agents, side hustles for teachers, grant opportunities for small businesses, or weekly money tips for freelancers. Specific is easier to grow, and specific is easier to monetize. Beehive makes sense here because it's built around newsletters, audience growth, and monetization. Kit can also work if you want email marketing, automations, and creator style funnels. The catch is that newsletters take consistently. You probably won't make money in the first few emails, but if you build trust with a specific audience, a newsletter can become a real asset. The second idea is affiliate content. And I know affiliate marketing can sound a little played out because a lot of people have made it feel spammy. The version that still works is much more simple. You help people make decisions they were already trying to make. So if someone is searching for the best business bank account, the best website builder, or the best AI tool for freelancers, the best investing app, or the best software for coaches, they are not just browsing for fun. They are probably close to choosing something, and if your video, your article, or newsletter helps them understand the options without feeling like a sales pitch, that is where affiliate content can work. This is also why AI makes it easier to get started. You can use AI to help compare features, organize pro and cons, summarize product pages, and find angles you might have missed. But the part people actually trust is your take. The catch is that broad topics are crowded. So instead of going after something huge like best credit cards, you're usually better off getting specific. Best business credit cards for new LLCs, best email platforms for coaches selling digital products, best AI tools for Etsy sellers. That kind of content has a better chance because it feels like it was made for a real person with a real problem. And if the content is actually useful, it can keep bringing in clicks long after you publish it. The third idea is digital products. This could be templates, guides, mini courses, Notion dashboards, spreadsheets, scripts, checklists, or downloadable toolkits. Digital products work because you create the product once and it can sell over and over. Kajabi fits here because it's built for selling courses, memberships, and digital products. That is the leverage, but don't just make a digital product because you saw someone else selling one. Start with the problem. What is annoying, confusing, slow, or repetitive for your audience? Then build something that makes that problem easier. So instead of selling a huge start a business course, you could sell a startup launch checklist. Instead of a full social media course, you could sell a content calendar. Instead of a finance course, you could sell a pricing calculator, grant tracker, or budget spreadsheet. AI can also help you build these faster by outlining the product, organizing the steps, writing examples and cleaning up the copy. But the product still needs to solve a real problem. You do not need to make the biggest product possible, you just need to solve one painful problem clearly. A simple $27 template that solves a real problem can sell better than a giant course that nobody finishes. The catch is that digital products, they still need traffic, so this works best when paired with content like YouTube, short form videos, newsletters, SEO, or affiliate partners. And if you want a full breakdown on this, watch my video on why you need to stop selling digital products and do this instead, because I go deeper into how to build products people actually buy. The fourth idea is starting a YouTube channel. And yes, YouTube is not passive in the beginning. You still have to plan, record it, edit it, make the thumbnail, write the title, and keep showing up. But the reason YouTube works is that one good video can keep bringing people in long after you publish it. A tutorial, review, comparison, or helpful guide can get views for months or even years. And those views can turn into ad revenue, affiliate income, sponsorships, email subscribers, or sales for your own products. So YouTube is not passive because it's easy. It can become passive because each helpful video becomes a small asset. This works best when your channel has a clear lane. If your channel helps one type of person solve one type of problem, people understand why they should come back. AI can help with research, outlines, title ideas, and turning long videos into short clips. But the part people connect with is your experience, your examples, and the way that you explain things. So instead of thinking of YouTube as posting random videos and hoping that it takes off, think of it like building a library. Every video becomes another doorway into your business. The fifth idea is Saas Microtools. And that sounds fancy, but it's really just a small software tool people pay to use. And this is becoming more realistic because AI and no-code tools make it easier to build simple tools without a huge team. You don't need to build the next massive tech company, you just need to solve one small problem really well. For example, it could be a pricing calculator for freelancers, a proposal generator for agencies, a content planner for creators, a lead tracker for real estate agents, or a small AI tool for one specific type of business. The reason this can be powerful is because software can bring in monthly recurring revenue. So if someone pays $9, $19, or $29 a month for a tool that saves them time, that can start to add up. But let's be real, that is not easy money. Software can break, customers can have questions, and you may need to fix bugs or update features. So this is not passive right away. It becomes more passive after the tool works, people are using it, and the system is running smoothly. If your tool saves someone time or helps them make money, it has a much better chance of working. The sixth idea is print on demand. This is where you sell products like shirts, mugs, posters, notebooks, or merch without holding inventory yourself. When someone orders, the product gets printed and shipped by a partner, so you do not have to buy a bunch of products up front and hope they sell. Print on demand still works, but not in the lazy way people used to talk about it. Generic designs are not enough anymore. A random shirt that says hustle harder is probably not going to do much. The better strategy is building around a specific audience. I want you to think specific communities, jobs, hobbies, or local groups. Shopify fits here because it can be used to build the storefront, and then you can connect print-on-demand apps to handle the products and shipping. AI can help with product ideas, design concepts, product descriptions, and testing niches. But again, the audience matters more than the tool. Print-on-demand is not really just a product business, it is an audience and taste business. If you understand the audience better than everyone else, your products have a much better chance. The seventh idea is investing and dividends, and this is probably the most truly passive idea on the list. When you invest in dividend-paying stocks, ETFs, or broad market funds, you can earn income or growth without creating content, shipping products, or answering customers. But there is a trade-off. Investing usually requires capital, so this is not usually the fastest passive income idea. It is the long-term one. Vanguard is a common place people look for long-term investing and low-cost funds. Moomoo can be useful for people who want investing tools, market data, and a brokerage platform. Webull is another investing platform people use for stocks, ETFs, options, and market research. The key is not to chase random dividend stocks just because the yield looks high. A high dividend does not automatically mean it's a good investment. Sometimes it can be a warning sign. Investing can be passive, but it's not guaranteed. Your investments can go down, dividends can change, markets can be volatile, so treat this one seriously. So which ideas have the best long-term upside? If you have low capital, I would look at newsletters, affiliate content, YouTube, or digital products. Those mostly require time, consistency, and skill. If you like building things, Saas Microtools may have the biggest upside, especially now that AI makes it easier to create and test small tools. McKinsey also found that companies are experimenting with AI agents, which is a big reason small automation tools are becoming more interesting. Businesses want tools that save time, remove repetitive work, or help them move faster. If you already have an audience, digital products and print on demand can work well because you already have people to sell it to. And if you have capital, investing is the most passive, but usually the slowest to feel exciting. The real strategy is not always picking one idea forever, it is stacking them. You could start a YouTube channel, build an email list with Beehive or Kit, recommend affiliate tools, sell a digital product through Kajabi, and invest the profits through Vanguard, Moomoo, or Webull. That is how passive income starts to become a system. One asset feeds the next. So those are the 7 realistic passive income ideas that actually work: newsletter businesses, affiliate content, digital products, YouTube channels, Saas Microtools, print on demand, and investing or dividends. None of these are completely passive on day one, but they all have leverage. And with AI, one person can now build faster, test faster, and automate more than before. So pick one idea that matches your skill, your budget, and your patience level. Start small, build the asset, improve it, and let it compound. And of course, I'll leave all the tools that I mentioned down below, including Beehive, Kit, Shopify, Kajabi, Moomoo, Webull, and Vanguard, so you can check them out and see which one fits the passive income idea you want to start with. Some of these are affiliate links, so if you do choose to use them, I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I'm Erin from Side Hustle Mastery. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.